All right, let me do the tips and tricks video real quick. We'll just talk about it. I'll go into the firing range and kind of like explain a little bit of the tips and tricks of season 15. I'll break some things down to do with like specifically Catalyst. This kind of like is a legend guide for Catalyst as well. Assuming we already know like all her abilities, right? You know, we know her Q is just like this goo. It does 15 damage per tick. The biggest tip that I can give you of Catalyst, there's a couple actually, but the biggest one, I think, she's probably one of the best aggressive legends. I would say she's actually one of the best aggressive legends in ranked. Maybe not at the highest levels, but also like I can see her getting mastered at the higher levels and becoming a super aggressive legend. And here's why. Let's pretend this is a door, right? Well, we're go on this side, right? We're gonna pretend this is a door, right? There's a person, there's a door here. There's a person on the other side of that door, right? You can walk up to the door. Her kit allows you to do two things. To one, lock the door, and two, do something that's like, if the enemy is not a catalyst, you take your Q and you put it like this. And what happens is it goes underneath the door. So if they're standing on the door like this, they'll start taking 15 damage. So their first reaction is to back up. Now, even if you were to press X or like whatever it is on the controller, you can actually lock the door by putting her passive on the door, and only you can open that door and your teammates can open that door. That other player cannot. So what happens is you can even lock the door and back away from the door and they can't open it. So essentially you can do one of two things. You can toss your Q out, you can lock the door and get the person off the door and fight them, or you can lock the door and let's say like their teammate is like flanking above you or something like that, or trying to do something, you can essentially lock that player inside the door and just focus on the 1v1 without having your back to the door and allowing them to give you that 2 versus 1 exchange. So like you're consistently, this character allows you to kind of have the 1v1. And that's why I think her kit is really strong, is like she's just able to enter buildings and just really be a nuisance inside of buildings. And I think that's super important when it comes down to team fighting. I'll try to show it in gameplay. Now her wall is actually really strong too. I haven't found the best places to place the ult. So the wall is really good. It blocks seer Qs, but it does not block like seer ult. So it's good. It's a really good ult. Honestly, maybe looking down is the play. Here's what I've run into, right? So let's say I were to place this wall. You see, if I were to place the wall like straight across, it starts off right in front of me. If I place it at my feet, it almost gives me cover. So like, let's say I'm on top of a building. There's a lot of times where I've actually tossed my Q out, tossed my ult out. I will be exposed on this corner and I actually have to like slide into my wall. Where it's like, now if I think that if I'm like on a thinking about placing it, I can just quickly go like this, and now it's on me automatically, and it still put it in a straight line, but at least it's on me, if that makes sense. So looking down and placing your ult is actually like probably more effective in the long run, just for like more cover for yourself. All right, so what I'm gonna do right here, I'm gonna lock the door, open it. Right? Place the Q. So now the Q's on that door. He can't open it. So I shut this. So I didn't take any damage by being in the enemy catalyst thing. So I was basically able to just stand in it for free. So another quick tips and tricks. Not many people know this. L-Star is not that bad right now, so you can use it. But the L-Star opens up doors. So you can shoot the doors and it opens them. So tossing my Q out right away. Gonna lock the door. Gonna lock another door. $120. So placing my wall. I'm gonna be backing up here. toss a Q out, help my teammate. Going back, shutting this door, holding this door. So I knew somebody was there because of the... Oh my god. Gonna touch my Q out. Starting it. Knocked him. Put an armor shot in here. So I tossed my Q out, made him slow, which was good. So he walked right into it. So somebody's right here. They're getting shot. Okay, so dead there. So I have to be very, very careful. I want to be able to like beam this team to the side. Oh, I'm dead. I'm gonna take your portal back, or try to. I took your portal back. Oh, GG's. Yeah, so the Q, that's another good thing too, is if you place a Q down, the character, the Q gives you a an indicator. It'll pop up the ball to let you know if somebody's in range. Like somebody's near that Q. My eyes are so dry right now. I don't know why. I have the John Wick stuff. So I can walk away from the door because I don't have to worry. Okay, good. If you want to fight, especially in pubs, you just pretty much go to Promenade. Shoot your gun at Promenade, and I guarantee you, if you really, really, really want a challenge, just fight there. I want to be put in a stressful situation. I want to really utilize Catalyst's kit, and that's the best place to do it. I am depression. All right. Whatever. We'll just start the fight. I'm just calling people over here. So, just gonna open some bag space. I can't find the wingman, but I'll take the longbow for now. People fighting in front of me. We're gonna go to that. Okay, so we know it's an enemy catalyst. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna focus on getting the high ground here if I can, which it looks like I can. Now we're gonna look down here because we're fighting another team. They were fighting a team in here. Oh, that was you, Twisted. Oh, dude, that's one of my viewers. Hey, what's up? Hey, Twisted, that's crazy. Okay, so we're right behind this team.
Teamer.
I'm gonna headshot him if I can. He's 1 HP. So I'm placing my wall because I was getting shot at from behind. So now I know I can pop a battery safely. And now I can pretty much peek inside the wall, in and out of the wall, back and forth. I'm gonna throw a nade because he could walk outside. I'm also gonna throw a Q on the door. I'm gonna throw another Q inside. Probably gonna end up picking one of these up if I can. All dead here. GG's, boys.
GG. Thanks for the carry.
Yeah, no, it was all you guys, man. GG. So a wall there was pretty good. I was able to like kind of poke in and out. But I knew I was completely safe using that wall, that I could walk that whole wall and that guy would never know where I was coming from.